Hi there, Fresh Access Bucks partners. This is a video tutorial on entering weekly data into ProducePath for partners that use tokens at their outlets. If you offer a discount at your outlet, please find the discount video. As a reminder, every week by Tuesday at 1 p.m. for the previous Monday to Sunday, we need all of your Snap and Fab transactions along with zip code, a vendor reimbursement for each vendor that turned in Snap or Fab tokens, and one post-market report. We are on the dashboard now, but all of our data entry will happen under Enter Daily Data. When we get to Enter Daily Data, we see a calendar, we see where we'll put in our transactions, our reimbursements, and our post-market report. Under Enter Daily Data, we see a calendar. This calendar is color-coded with helpful information. A solid green circle is the selected day. Always double-check this to ensure you are entering data for the correct day. The outlined circles are the days we have listed as your market day. If you operate a multiple day a week market, this is the day you will put in your post-market report. A circle outlined in green means you have completed your post-market report for the week. A circle outlined in red means you have not. A shaded in light green circle means you have transactions and/or vendor reimbursements input for that day. As we see here on January 4th, there were transactions and/or vendor reimbursements, but no completed post-market report. These dates, the 11th and 18th, have no transactions, reimbursements, or post-market report, and this date on the 25th has only a post-market report. To input transactions, you'll first ensure you are on the correct date that the transaction occurred. Then go to Add a new transaction. We no longer collect the last four of the Snap card number, so you can go ahead and choose Anonymous here, or enter the alternative anonymous ID that you use. Enter the customer's zip code if they gave it to you. This auto-calculate incentives box should be checked. We can now enter the Snap transaction. Here you'll put what the customer swiped on their Snap card. And check this enable incentive box to match with Fresh Access Bucks. Scroll down and you can see your work, your Snap, your Fresh Access Bucks, and the total, and go ahead and add the transaction. You can scroll down to the bottom to see a list of the transactions that you've entered. If you ever notice an error, you can go in and edit or delete the transaction. Now we'll submit a reimbursement for each vendor that turned in Snap or Fab tokens this market day. We click over to Reimbursements, click Add New Reimbursement, and select a vendor. If the vendor is not in your dropdown, go ahead and add your new vendor in by clicking the plus sign. Type in your vendor name. All we need is the vendor name, state, zip code. You can just enter your zip code or the zip code of your market, and if the vendor sells Snap eligible items, and if they also sell fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to put in this fake vendor, Veggies R Us. They're in Florida, they're in St. Pete. They sell Snap eligible items, and they also sell fruits and vegetables. Go ahead and add your vendor. It will bring this up asking if you want to add an existing vendor to the market. You can look here, and if you see that same vendor under Florida, you can add the existing vendor. I've made this one before. If not, go ahead and add your new vendor. After we've selected our vendor, we can input the Snap and Fab vendor reimbursement. So under gross sales, tell us the Snap and Fresh Access Bucks combined. We'll pretend it was $100. If Snap was redeemed, go ahead and add the payment and select Snap EBT. Let's say it was $50 in SNAP tokens were redeemed by this vendor. If Fresh Access Bucks was redeemed, click Add Incentive, choose Fresh Access Bucks, and let us know how many Fresh Access Bucks, how much value in Fresh Access Bucks was redeemed. You can check your work, the total redeemed, and go ahead and add the reimbursement. And you'll do this for each vendor that turned in tokens that market day. Once you've submitted your reimbursements, they'll populate down at the bottom of the page. If you need to make any edits, you can edit by going in here. And if you need to delete, you can delete. Last, we'll fill out our post-market report, which we can find here. If you are a multi-day market, we only need one post-market report per week. Just answer based on the week as a whole. First, tell us how many nutrition education activities took place this week. If you had multiple types of nutrition education or nutrition education on multiple days of the week, you'll count these as separate activities. For example, at the market on Saturday, you had a cooking demo and you sent out an email newsletter with recipes for seasonal produce, you would answer 2. Or if you have multiple day market weeks, on 2 market days you had a cooking demo, you would also answer 2. Then let us know which activities were offered, checking all that apply. If you did not have any nutrition education activities, choose none. If you marked other, please specify. Then let us know if any of your nutrition education activities were provided by Florida Nutrition Ed, which is Feeding Florida's SNAP Ed program. If you did not have any nutrition ed activities this week, choose not applicable. Last, tell us the number of vendors that were eligible to accept SNAP at the market this week and the number of vendors eligible to accept them. Then save your post-market report. Now, if we go to the calendar and look at our date, we see it's light green, which means we have transactions and or reimbursements. And it has a green circle around it, which means we submitted our post-market report and we are done. If you need any additional support, reach out to your FAB coordinator. They're happy to help.